Hello students, welcome to my channel Learning History Made Easy. As we have discussed in the last video, from today I will be starting the revision series for your final examination for history subject. Before going into the video, if anyone is seeing the channel for the first time or if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and share it with your friends, and also click the bell button to receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. So today I am going to discuss the important questions from chapter 1. I will go chapter wise. I think you all must have watched the other video regarding how we have planned the revision series. So in this week we will do chapter 1, 2 and 3, and in the end of the week we will be discussing a model question paper that is based on the full portion. So that practice together with that chapter wise questions you can revise. So today chapter 1, 1 mark, that is fill in the blanks, MCQ, everything is included in these 1 mark questions. The first question, from which language is the word India derived? So the question is, from which language the word India is derived? Answer is Greek language, and the word is Indos. That you need not write, you can just write Greek language. The same question can come as multiple choice. The same can come as fill in the blanks. A dash is the language from which the word India is derived. So it can come as fill in the blanks. Even as match the following also it can come. So the answer is Greek language. Name the work that mentions the extent of ancient Karnataka. Answer is Kaviraja Marga, written by Sri Vijaya. Next question, what is numismatics? Study of coins. What is excavation? Scientific digging of earth to unearth sources is called as excavation. Who wrote Buddha Charita? Ashwa Ghosha. Now let us move on to the 2 mark questions from chapter 1. Name any 2 passes that connect India with the West. Khyber Pass and Bolan Pass. Mention any 2 names of India. Bharata, Hindustan, Jambudvipa, Bharatavarsha, Bharatakhanda, any 2 from that you can write. So here I have written Bharata and Hindustan. Mention any 2 physical features of India. Himalayas, desert, northern plains, any 2 you can write as physical features of India. Mention any 2 World Heritage Sites of India. Taj Mahal, Hampi, Ajanta Ellora, etc. Universities of ancient India, Nalanda, Takshashila, Ujjain, any 2. What are archaeological sources? They are remains of past human life and activities. Now mention any 2 kinds of literary sources, indigenous literature and foreign accounts. Now moving on to the important 5 mark question from this chapter. Explain briefly the impact of geography on Indian history. See, now regarding 5 mark and 10 mark questions, I will be explaining in short the main points which you should write as the answer. Detailed explanation if you want, you can go to the chapter wise videos. If you go to my channel, you go to playlist, and in that second PUC history chapter wise videos are there. In that you can see each chapter explained in detail. So if you want to see detailed explanation, you can go there. Here as a part of revision, I will be just telling you the main points which you should write. But in exam you should explain it in detail. Okay, so the question is impact of geography on Indian history. So if this question comes, first you have to start with an introduction. That is, you have to write the main physical features of India are Himalayas, northern plains, deserts, mountains, etc. That one sentence you write as introduction. Then you start with the first subheading, Himalayas. How does Himalayas impact India? It separates India from rest of Asia. It forms a natural barrier. It protects India from invaders and also the cold wind coming from the north. It gives birth to many rivers which form fertile plains. The two main passes, Khyber and Bolan, which helped India to have commercial and cultural relation with the West, are situated here. So all these are the different ways in which Himalayas impact our Indian history. So these points you have to explain. Like in proper sentence, Himalayas, it separates India from rest of Asia. It forms a natural barrier. It protects India from invaders and also protects India from cold wind coming from the north. It gives birth to many rivers and which forms the fertile plains, and the two main passes, Khyber and Bolan Pass, are situated here. Now coming to the next subheading, Western deserts and forest. Deserts and forests made the people hard-working and warlike. That is the explanation which you have to give for the second subheading. Next, oceans. Oceans stood as a barrier. They served as means to connect to the rest of the world. They helped in developing commercial and cultural relations. So that is about oceans. Next one, rivers. Rivers have made the country agrarian. It helped in agriculture. It gives birth to many civilizations. Varieties of minerals and rocks are available in abundance. It helps in providing rainfall. And finally, you can conclude with a sentence, in all these ways, physical features have impacted Indian history. So when the question comes, impact of physical features on Indian history, the main points which you should remember is, first is Himalayas, western deserts and forests, oceans and rivers. So when you remember these main points, an explanation you can write in your own words. Now coming to the second important 5-mark question, explain the special features of Indian history. So what are the special features? First one, continuity of civilization and culture. India has a continuous history and culture of about 4,000 years. You can explain it in detail. The next point, evolution in phases. Civilization have developed in various stages and phases within necessary improvements. Third point, foreign invasion. India was often subjected to the influence and invasion of foreigners. You can write some examples, Greeks, Arabs, etc. Dominant and tolerant Hindu faith. India, home for Hindu, Jain, Muslim, Christians, etc. Even though dominant Hindu faith is there, it is a home for different religion. Next, contribution to the world. In this point, you can have a detailed explanation of contribution in literature, philosophy, medicine, that is Ayurveda, yoga, architecture. All these with examples you can explain. Next, India is a country of attraction for foreigners. Foreigners attracted by the fertile land, wealth, nature, etc. of India. And the last point is unity in diversity. So even with all the diversity, India is united. All these are the special features of Indian history. So as I have told, when the question comes, special features of Indian history, first thing is all the points you should remember. First one, continuity of civilization and culture. Second, evolution in phases. Third, foreign invasion. Dominant and tolerant Hindu faith. Contribution to the world. India is a country of attraction to foreigners, and unity in diversity. So total 7 points with explanation. Now the next important 5-mark question is, unity in diversity is a unique feature of Indian history. Explain. So for this, what is the introduction we have to write? So the question is about unity in diversity. So just write one sentence, India is a land of diversity. Now let us see what all types of diversity are. So if in this question you have to write how is India diverse and how is India united. Both these things you have to write. So first we will see the diversity. Physical diversity. So you explain. India is a land which has the coldest mountain, hottest desert, evergreen forest, plains, coastal areas, etc. So this is the physical diversity of India. In all the ways India is different. Coldest mountain is there in India, hottest desert is there in India, evergreen forest, coastal areas, everything together in one single country. So that is physical diversity. Second one, racial and linguistic diversity. India has different races and more than 1600 languages and dialects are being spoken in India. So that is how India is having racial and linguistic diversity. Next one, social and religious diversity. Different types of social system, many religions, etc. existed in India. Social systems like patriarchal family, matriarchal family, different types of marriages, polygamy, monogamy, and many religions like Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Jainism, Buddhism, all these existed in India. So that is how social and religious diversity is there. Next is economic diversity. People belonging to different economic groups, that is rich class, poor class, middle class, different economic group people are living in India. So now in spite of all these diversities, there are many unifying force. First is geographical unity. That is, India is a separate geographical unit. Even though so much differences is there, altogether India is a separate geographical unit. Administrative unity. India has uniform administration. All over India we have uniform administration. Uniform education and literature. We follow the same pattern of education and same religious epics we follow. So uniform education and literature. Now religious and social ceremonies, they brought the feeling of oneness among the people. Now finally, I have to write about some recent changes like globalization, policy of government, etc. And you can conclude the answer with, in all these ways, India can be called as a land of unity in diversity. So this is a long answer. Sometimes it can come as a 10-mark question also. So you remember the main point. So unity in diversity means first you have to write about diversity and then unity. So which all diversities are there? Physical diversity, racial and linguistic diversity, social and religious diversity, and economic diversity. Then which all ways India is united? That is geographical unity, administrative unity, uniform education and literature, religious and social ceremonies and recent changes. So in all these ways India can be called as a land of unity in diversity. So all these are the important questions from chapter 1. So what you have to do is keep on revising the answers again and again, and the coming days I will be giving the important questions from chapter 2 and chapter 3. So these three as I have told I will complete in this week, and finally I will give you a model question paper or a practice paper. So you can practice, you can try answering the questions in that practice paper and see how much you have understood. In case of any doubts, you can ask in the comment section, and also don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Your likes and shares will be of a great encouragement for me to make more and more videos. So I hope to see you all soon in the coming video. Thank you for watching.